Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Good morning, American. It's Friday.
That it is. Welcome to Pat Gray Unleashed. Pat's still out gallivanting the countryside. Hopefully, he didn't have to either go through Newark or go through Denver or take New Jersey Transit because they're all, well, I mean, the Denver airport is up and running and so is New Jersey airport, but it could go dark at any time. We don't know what's happening. Things just go dark at airports now for several minutes and just lose track of everything.
Denver, it was the radio frequencies, right?
Yeah.
And they had to change that on the fly. I guess how many? Couple dozen pilots
it was a
could
lot.
not communicate with the tower.
It was a lot. Yeah.
Awesome. Now Pat's not traveling. He got to Florida safely.
We know that?
Yeah, he's been standing in line since I think Wednesday night at the Harry Potter ride at Universal.
So he's just like the people waiting for the new New Jersey Transit trains,
Right.
just standing there on the platform.
Yeah, they got a strike, right?
Big strike going on. They're shut down. I mean, it's so busy there, and they say their contingency plan will handle about 20% of the normal passengers. They're just telling people stay home. Just stay home. Now, it started last night, and Shakira's in town at MetLife Stadium last night and tonight, and that turned into quite a bit of a nightmare.
Yeah, because New Jersey Transit Rail goes right by that stadium.
That's correct, which it was not doing. And so they had special bus lines set up, and I'm sure that the event pricing Uber drivers were really there to help. Nope, it's either $1,000 or you're walking.
Oh my gosh.
That's the way it goes. Yeah, so have fun.
It's bad enough you're in New Jersey.
Have fun.
And then you have that happening.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a heck of a point. I lived in the great state of New Jersey for about 4 months, something like that.
Oh gosh.
I think it was like it
My
was a
tour
summer.
duty lasted years.
Yeah, it was a summer, but I went into New Jersey a lot every day for years. But I did stay in New Jersey in the great swinging town of Weehawken for about 4 or 5 months, something like that, right there on Park Avenue. I was living Park Avenue. I lived on Park Avenue, New Jersey.
Yeah.
Weehawken.
Shout out to Perth Amboy.
Took the bus every day right into Manhattan. It was the last stop in New Jersey right there by the Lincoln Tunnel. First stop in Manhattan at the bus station. That was fun. Mm-hmm. That was fun.
I did love that
summer.
Commute myself.
It was a good summer. Yeah. Okay, anyway, have fun. Have fun with the New Jersey Transit. I heard from Governor Dingell in New Jersey, and he was saying, my office door is always open. We need to get this worked out. Uh-huh. Okay. Now, of course, all they want is more money. So see if that works. Maybe they can, if they have to start charging more, they lose money anyway, right? I mean, the Northeastern Corridor there is, I think, the only corridor that Amtrak actually makes money. Probably New Jersey Transit does too, but they get subsidized from your money, our money, every year. And so it's like for a monthly pass to ride New Jersey Transit was like, what, $400 or $500? Something like that? I can't remember exactly what it was.
Yeah, I forget.
But it's a monthly pass where you can ride it whenever the heck you want for New Jersey Transit, not Amtrak. Amtrak is like, yeah, you're going to ride on us. Oh, you're going to pay separate. We're not here for the passes for you. Okay, I know you're flashing that New Jersey Transit pass. No, we're not doing that. So have a nice day. Anyway, welcome to Pat Gray Unleashed. Pat is off. He is apparently standing in line. That would not surprise me. We're closed now, sir. I'll wait till tomorrow.
I cannot wait to hear his review when he gets back of how fun it is to stand in line in Florida.
Yeah. Oh, man. It's always fun. This is a good time of year, though. Not bad. It's not bad. It's just starting to heat up a little bit.
It's 95 and humid there.
Yeah. That's every day for Florida. You're fine. Don't worry about it. Plus, he's used to the surface of the sun here in Dallas now, so not too bad.
Not too bad.
Not too bad. You're all right. All right, so we got a lot going on this beautiful Friday here on Blaze Television or wherever you're listening and watching this show on. James Comey, you know him, you love him. former head of the FBI that Donald Trump gave the boot to. And, the end of the world happened when Trump, got rid of Comey. Oh, wait. No, it didn't. He posted something on his Instagram account. Now, I'm going to have to apologize. I don't follow James Comey on Instagram.
Oh, he's such a good follow.
So I missed this. I missed James.
Well, it was
post
widely
on
reported
Instagram
last night, and apparently the man's still walking free, as far as I know. But
so he posted this pic on his Instagram account, 8647 with seashells.
Hold on, leave that up there. What a loser! Cool shell formation on my beach walk. You son of a.
Wow! So that picture was taken early. He only had like 80 hearts. That's not very many. Not very many for James.
Yeah.
I don't know how
So
many,
he eventually took
how
it
many
down.
followers does he have?
Too many. Eventually took it down.
He did?
He did. Do we have the Kristi Noem tweet? Kristi Noem says, disgraced former FBI Director James Comey just called for the assassination of President Trump. DHS and Secret Service is investigating this threat and will respond appropriately. A similar tweet went out from Kash Patel of the FBI. Again, James Comey, still walking free as far as I know.
He has 133,000.
Oh yeah, and then he didn't apologize. He posted this afterward. I posted earlier a picture of some shells I saw today on a beach walk, which I assumed were a political message. I didn't realize some folks associate those numbers with violence. 86.
So this guy was the head of the FBI.
It never occurred to me that I oppose violence of any kind, so I took the post down.
Oh, that's nice of you, James. Thank you. As the former head of the FBI, you didn't realize what 8647.
So it becomes probably less of a leap for folks to think that the FBI might have been involved in some of the assassination attempts of the president when you see that kind of response from the
messaging from the
head. Yeah.
No kidding. Fascinating.
But again,
now, what's the best case scenario that he actually did find the shell formation?
Okay.
Okay, right. Okay, we got it. And that it was just, I wasn't talking about anything violent. I just think he needs to go. He's just a terrible president.
Another thing is some folks are noticing that, and this is strange, man. It's been 8,647 days, 8647, since September 11th, 2001.
Wow, that's a stretch.
What's going on here?
That is a stretch.
What are we doing?
Is someone counting down those days or counting up those days with seashells where Comey walks every day? Is there an 8648 today?
Well, look at you. Oh, defense attorney Jeff Fisher has entered the courtroom. All rise. Oh, my goodness. That's got to be your best defense. I found it. And then
I don't know who's doing this.
You get somebody that shows up. He should walk the beach today and look and see if there's a cool shell formation.
8649. Yeah, the next time. Whatever, 30,
Keith
40.
Matt.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
You and I are brothers.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
So that's your best defense, I guess.
I guess it has to be.
This is 8648 today.
Who's the cool shell formation?
He goes and pay some kid to change the 7 to an 8 right now and then walk back out there and do a live stream.
What a douche.
He is a douche. Everything about him is douchey. Former agents, people that knew him, that talk about him. There's nothing about this guy that is civil or normal. He's a creep. He's just a weird guy.
Who's he working for now on K Street?
Potter.
Yeah, no doubt. I believe that. What's he doing now? Is he just living off
That's
his?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Living off his IRA there from the FBI.
Let's see. I don't know.
I mean, he's got to be some kind of security.
Okay. Senior research scholar and Hertog Fellow on national security law at Columbia Law School.
Yeah, that's right. So he does absolutely nothing.
I'd have more respect for him if he was a K Street lobbyist than a Columbia Law School research scholar.
Research scholar.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you Google all day and comb the beach for shells?
He doesn't even do that. Right? I mean, maybe he shows up there once or twice a year and speaks to some law class, and that's it. That's a good gig. That's a good gig. Columbia just has him on their rolls. Good for him. Good for him. Good for Columbia. Good for the students there at Columbia. It's a good way to learn from him.
Yeah.
So, is our president home yet? I mean, I know I see the list you've got here of stuff we got to get to, and
I haven't been able to verify his.
I saw the picture of Trump here, and I just got me thinking about how long is he gone for?
I don't know. I'm getting nervous.
I mean, I'm
get home.
Yeah, it's time to be back. It's time to be back. Even I know you're bummed that you have to fly on that dump Air Force One. That crappy airline, Air Force One. But go ahead, suffer through it, and come back home. You've been over there scouring the Middle East long enough. Mm-hmm. Let's get back here.
Yeah, he did mention something yesterday that was interesting about having a kind of a framework, it sounds like, with Iran on a nuclear deal.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah. I'm telling you, bro, I'm looking at the live updates. I cannot pinpoint his whereabouts right now, which is probably a good thing. But I would like expected back home.
He's up in the air.
Is he about to land in America?
No, they were taxiing at 2:26 local time.
Okay.
Where?
Whatever the last place that was.
Because he left Qatar already, right? Or Qatar.
No, the head of the Qatari government. Remember, we didn't play the clip. That's the one clip we didn't play yesterday from Qatar. He pronounces it Qatar.
Oh, there you go. Thank you. I don't want to hear Qatar any longer then.
Amen. No more gutter.
Problem solved. It's over.
And according to the press pool last message they sent out, they were taxiing at 2:26 local time.
Well, I don't know what time is it in Qatar.
They're what, 10 hours ahead or something like that? Maybe more.
So that was 12 hours ago. Then it's 2:11 p.m. in Qatar.
Okay.
So, but remember, they're not in Qatar. They're in UAE.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Hold on. Let's see.
So he's already seen
3:12 p.m. My bad. That was 11 hours ago. Okay. So get home, please.
Yeah, get home. We need you back here in the United States.
That was a hell of a trip. I don't know that of presidential trips to regions of the world, that was one of the most impactful, I think. I think we'll see play out long term. I hope so.
I mean, the trip was eventful with what he accomplished, and we also yesterday, if you watched Overtime, the Overtime show here on BlazeTV that we do every day, we also investigated and found that they actually killed a little girl when President Trump was there. This little flower girl. We have evidence. We played evidence on the air that it actually happened, and you can hear the audio of the gun, Scott, going off. So I implore you to go back, and I don't want to play it now because
too heinous.
Yeah, you don't want to hear something like that. But I will say that I feel bad, but she shouldn't have come up on the president like that. When we saw the head Emir King dude guy give her the kiss of death,
King dude guy,
and it was. And we heard it happen.
Amir King.
Yeah,
dude
Amir.
guy.
Yeah.
The Blaze investigates.
Yeah, I tell you what, I doubt very much that any other program on any other network covered that.
Well, everybody covered it. They didn't cover it the right way when they forgot to notice that a little girl was assassinated.
Thank you.
Behind Trump.
Thank you for giving the president white roses.
Which we found out that it was
the documentary Hunger Games. We know.
Yeah.
You get white roses, dead. The president wants you dead.
So how about
Look at them holding hands. I want them dead. That's my favorite line from that movie.
This trip that has been so fruitful for President Trump in the United States. I saw this article that was quoting anonymous Biden staffers. They were awed by Trump's Middle East visit.
Oh, wow.
And in fact, one administration veteran from the Biden team said, quote, "Gosh, I wish I could work for an administration that could move that quickly." Yeah.
So. Wow. Yeah, no kidding.
He always plays it at the weirdest moment. So We got an update, though. A lot of people chime in about the hair waving thing. I don't know. Do we want to?
Oh yeah, we played that.
revisit
Yeah,
that?
let's revisit. Sure, absolutely. Because we
clip
did
3.
play that yesterday on overtime, and it was a little. Then we had the investigation into the death of the little girl, which threw us off a little bit. But this is kind of a strange tradition.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, well, okay, welcome, I guess.
I love how Trump stops. He's like, whoa, check this out. They're like waving their hair around. Whoa, I want to watch this.
I could get as many as you want.
Don't worry about it. Stay with me. I got you. There's the hair waving. So, it's like a high school football game about to start.
Yeah, there's we saw that looks at looks like they're walking down a hangar at the New Jersey airport, but they're not. There's another huge palace hallway that they're walking in.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
When that one angle that turns around, and I don't know if it was the
I think that's
the
their
murder
airport.
video or not. I'm not sure which one it
I
was.
really think their airports are that nice.
Well, that's very possible.
I think that's what it is.
But there was another angle to the hair thing, right? The I thought.
Well, I sent that
Showed
one
them
in just
more.
because it was more of Trump walking. Oh, gosh. The Beatles concert.
Yeah.
Okay. Good Lord, man.
Look at that.
He loves it.
And these people already know that the girl's been taken care of. There's some of the small girls, and they know the other one is gone by now.
They need counseling after what they witnessed. So that's a different hair deal, right?
Yeah. That is such a strange
Okay, well,
tradition,
it's
man.
a major
What
sign
is
of,
that?
of respect. I mean, I've got like a 10-paragraph explanation, but bottom line is that is the pinnacle of admiration for our visiting president.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Which it makes sense when they have to hide their hair.
That's true.
So you're showing the features that you're not supposed to be showing only to your husband, basically.
Right.
Yeah, this is, I mean, it's an important ritual.
And it's called what? Hair showing ritual.
Yeah.
I whip my hair back and forth. I whip my hair back and forth. I whip my hair back and forth.
That's the ritual. Okay.
That's what it is. Hashtag. Well, don't forget hashtag. I whip my hair.
name.
I think Will Smith's daughter coined that term in her song, I whip my hair back and forth. Willow Smith.
It's a great song, too.
It is a great
It
song.
is a great
I think
song.
the only, I don't know, damper on the trip is how, and you can't really lump this in with the Middle East part, I guess, but remember Trump said that he would go to Turkey if he was needed there. Well, Putin never showed up to meet with Zelensky.
Yeah, so he didn't go. And Trump said yesterday that Putin obviously wants to meet with him before meeting with Zelensky. So I guess that's what our holdup Kind
is
of a
now.
slap in the face to
Yeah.
Zelensky, a little bit.
Yeah, so I don't know. So no progress on the Ukraine-Russia front. Surprise.
Kind of like, we kind of care about you, but not really.
Yeah.
Let the big guys let mom and dad talk, and then we'll come back and let you know what we've decided you're going to do.
It's about there, yeah.
Yeah, which, if I'm Zelensky, I'm a little pissed. But you know what? Get over it. We've subsidized you for the last 3 years.
When you've gotten as much as you've gotten,
you'll do what we say.
Yeah.
So pipe down over there in Turkey.
But that can we see the Burj Khalifa? I thought this was amazing. Put up the pictures of that. Look at that, red, white, and blue.
Oh wow!
What up?
Is that from where the Trump Tower is going to be built? Is that the shot from where the Trump Tower is going to be built? I think it's pretty close.
It's pretty close.
And then the other side,
Pretty
it
close to
shows welcomes a U.S. president. UAE welcomes U.S. president. That's cool.
That's awesome.
That's really cool.
He's over there taking care of family business.
Yep.
Taking
making,
pictures for
making
taking
his
pictures.
fortune bigger.
And let's see.
So he talked, and I saw a video of Elon Musk. I should have sent it in. Talking to the troops, and it was so good.
Yeah, first of all, you got to see this.
But
look at that light fixture.
In that video, it showed him clapping the way he claps.
Oh, Elon clapping?
Yeah.
So the pinky up and stuff?
Yeah. Really weird.
I'm telling you, you're
Look at
absolutely
that.
right, Jeffy. There's going to be construction projects
Holy
all
cow,
over
Trump-
D.C. when he gets back.
There's construction in D.C. There's construction down at Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah.
There's construction in New Jersey. This is unbelievable.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Is that an upside down mushroom? Get on board.
No way does Trump come back and live in that dump, the White House, and that dump Mar-a-Lago anymore. It's that Mar-a-Lago's will go to the Everglades, starting as soon as he gets back home, whenever that is. But you can count on the zoning commissions. Get over yourself, because it's already happening. You already might as well just rubber stamp it, because it's already going on. Mm-hmm. There's no way. Every place he went in the Middle East was just monstrous. And
he
he's
received
so
yesterday
jealous.
the highest civilian distinction, the Order of Zayed. President Trump received that yesterday in UAE. So
The Order of...
Zayed.
Does he get like a special
He gets
pin,
an
or-
awesome necklace, bro. I'm looking at the necklace.
Oh.
It's a legit necklace. That necklace I will wear.
Will he hang that up in the plane that he gets from Qatar? Or?
Yes, right on top.
Yeah.
Also a listening device right inside the star.
I know. You know, I was looking at the footage of I think it's the Saudi Arabia prince that was saying goodbye to him, and they were trying to say how much he loved President Trump and how, you know, he had ridden with him there in the beast, and then he waited for Trump to walk up the flight of stairs, the tall flight of stairs going into Air Force One, and you know, gave him the heart sign, and Trump gave him the heart sign back and everything. And I still have that little I'm glad he didn't drink anything there. That little, I don't necessarily, you know, I like you there, Prince Amir Alibaba, but not really. Not really. I thank you for everything, and I appreciate, you know, the money you're going to invest in the United States, and you know, your help in shutting Iran down.
But we're not there yet on the sharing of beverages.
I know. I just know. It's not quite. Not yet. I got a guy that's going to bring me my drinks, and it's not you.
I got a Coke button.
Yeah.
I'll take a Coke.
Thank you. And I'm not taking flowers from the flower girl. And I know that you gave her the kiss of death because I didn't take the flowers, so now she has to die. I get it. But I don't trust them. I don't necessarily trust them. And we talked a little bit about that yesterday, too, and I know that's a concern for a lot of people.
I mean, that's a part of the world where it's standard fare to blow oneself up to take somebody out. I'm going to play it cautious here.
Yeah. So we have Trump talking to the military? Was our military in
it was our
Qatar?
military. Yeah.
My trip is 4.5 days, but this is the one I was so looking forward because I'm with the people that I really love and respect. And we love and respect you. This is what you're doing, the service you do for your country. You keep us safe. There is no more important profession. And I was so proud to see those reports coming in just a few days ago saying that the enrollment is at the highest level ever, especially when I had to suffer running against a group of people that were very inappropriate, where they allowed that reputation of what you stood for and what you stand for to deteriorate to a point where we weren't able to recruit. So just remember this, you have a job now that everybody wants. Everybody wants to be doing what you're doing. It's a special job, and I'm so proud. When I saw those numbers come across the board that we set the record for enrollment in the military, and we took that from the exact opposite just 6 months before. Yeah. I was very, very proud of that. We have a great country. We have a proud country. We have a country that's respected all over the world, and as I said before, a year ago, we were laughed at, but nobody's laughing at our country anymore. We're the most respected country. anywhere in the world. And thank you very much. And enjoy your lives. And God bless America. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah. That looks like he was in the UAE. You sure that was in Qatar? I don't want UAE mad at me. We've already made it mad
Are
at
you
me.
big over there?
I am. Yeah, I am.
You're big everywhere.
Wait.
I don't know, man.
And then he gave a fist bump to the UAE guy too.
Jennifer, I'm sure that you saw that.
Yeah, that was
last night.
Qatar. That was Qatar.
Hands than any human being is capable of doing. That was a long deal, and they were big people.
Oh, he's loving
But they were starving for love because our country didn't give them love. They gave them a fist bump. Remember the fist bump in Saudi Arabia? He travels all the way to Saudi Arabia in that case, and he gives them a fist bump. That's not what they want. They don't want a fist bump.
We need
They
you
want
back
to
up
shake his
front.
hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, lunch is served. You need to get away from the press back there at the back of the plane. Okay, come on up front. Done. Well, who's ringing the bell? What are we doing? The president's talking. Knock it off.
I'm the captain now.
Yeah, thank you. I'm on the plane. I'll let you know when to ring the freaking bell. It's driving me insane. Okay. All right.
So overall, good trip.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. But it does look like he is en route at home, where he now has to deal with the big beautiful bill. So there you go.
And they are working on that. Whew.
That's painful.
They are
A lot of spending.
They are breaking their back to get that bill passed for the president.
Let's see.
Breaking their back.
Let's see some things from it. Let's see. It would make the current tax rates permanent.
Okay.
It would do no
So that's
tax
not really
on
a tax
tips.
cut.
I know. No tax on tips and no tax on overtime. That
Good.
would go through 2028. I'm trying to think of some of the other things
Why
in
not
there.
just make that?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
But Chip Roy is like, it's going to add $20 trillion to our debt in the next 10 years. It doesn't matter who's in office. Whoever has the purse strings is going to continue to spiral us into debt.
Don't even worry about that. Everybody's worried. Stop worrying about the debt.
Okay.
Stop worrying about it because we're just going to make it go away soon.
How's that?
It's just going to be gone. It's just not going to exist. We're going to wipe the books clean. We start back at zero again. And we're not just going to worry about it.
Okay.
And everything will be fine.
Cool.
Everything will be fine. And then just wipe everything out right back to zero. Quit your whining. I don't even know why they're worried about it. Chip, just sign the bill, bro. Just sign it. Come along for the ride. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry
It's a
about it.
thin margin for Republicans. You lose a couple of folks like Chip Roy and Thomas Massey. You have to figure that out where to get those votes. Of course, the Democrats will be all on board probably. But I know what it does. It locks in that Medicaid expansion from Obama. I mean, it's just.
Oh wow!
What are we cutting? Answer is nothing.
Nothing.
Yep.
Yeah, we're not cutting anything, and that makes it a big, beautiful bill. That we're not cutting anything. So, but he believes, right? I mean, he believes we don't have to cut the budget because we're going to make up for it in the tariff wars and commerce, right? So if he gets all these countries on board with commerce, that without war, right? I mean, that's their. What was the tagline? Commerce, not conflict. I think that was
That's
the tagline.
Cool. How about both? How about we cut spending and reap the rewards of the tariffs?
Yeah, I'd like to, but we can't.
Why not?
I'd like to, but we can't.
I wanna
Because
do
we've got these programs that we need to keep alive. Doge has already cut like $10. we all threw our hands
15.
up in the air
No, it was
after
15.
10 or 15
You're
bucks.
underselling it.
I mean, I expected so much more, and they tied their hands every place along the road.
I think the lesson here is to never expect there to be another Calvin Coolidge. Never expect the kind of cost savings and limited government that we got.
Well, the people
100
won't
years
stand for it, though.
That's the
All
thing.
right, I mean,
what do you think Calvin Coolidge could be elected to today?
I mean, maybe dog catcher, maybe. I know. And then when he started talking about, we're going to have to cut the budget of the dog catching, they'd kick him out. I know. It's sad. Really sad. But Don't worry about it. It's going to be fine. We're just going to wipe it back to zero, and everything will be fine.
Cool.
And so we're just going to have commerce, not conflict.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Welcome to Pat Gray Unleashed. Thanks for coming along for the ride today. 888-900-3393 is the phone number if you'd like to get in touch with us. Myself, Jeff Fisher, host of Chewing the Fat, here filling in for Pat. Keith Malinak, Chris Cruz along for the ride today, bringing you Pat Gray Unleashed. You can communicate with us on our Twitter X account at Pat Unleashed. Chuck Shazam Bartowski has done that, and he says, poor Pat. Still showing sting effects. Oh, wait. Why am I?
Oh, I've been there. Yeah, that's happened. Lots.
I don't understand. Let me eat! Yeah.
No, it's a sting. You just be careful.
So, the deplorable Mr. Jackwagon. Sure, we all know what Comey's message in the sand means. I found this in the sand. What the heck does it mean?
Oh.
8675309.
Wait, no, that's not quite. There we go.
Oh, yeah, well, maybe Smokey Robinson. We've got to talk about Smokey Robinson today, though. I've talked about it on Chewing the Fat. The story is fascinating. We definitely do not have time to go into every allegation that's being alleged against Smokey and his wife, because those are just as fascinating, but it's a long read. He's got 4 people going up against him. In fact,
it's fascinating because you don't believe it, or it's fascinating that it
don't
happened?
Want to believe it. But
oh, no.
I mean, he's denied everything.
Hold on. Here comes the Jeffy defense for every
he's
male
denied
celebrity.
Everything. I mean, they're after. I mean, $50 million will make him. $50 million will make him better.
And what's your defense? Come on now.
So come on. Well,
it's Smokey Robinson.
What are we talking about? He's a legend. Smokey Robinson. All right. So he's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. He's in the Songwriters Hall of Fame. He's got 2 stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. The one with Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, and Smokey on his own. I mean, come on now, Smokey Robinson. So
what
the
are the allegations? I'm curious. You got me curious. What are the allegations?
Okay.
You got me curious.
So the complaint filed in Los Angeles Superior Court accuses the 85-year-old of sexual battery, false imprisonment, negligence, and gender violence, in addition to a number of labor violations related to wages, breaks, meal times, and overtime pay.
Uh-oh.
The lawsuit also names Robinson's wife, Frances Robinson, who you saw in the picture there, claiming she contributed to a hostile work environment and used ethnically pejorative words and language. Now, of course, he's denied it all, and his attorneys called the accusations vile and false. The legal team was asking the Los Angeles County Superior Court to dismiss the complaint by 4 of the singer's former housekeepers. There was reported today that Los Angeles County is investigating. I mean, they have to since the case was filed. The attorney for Smokey said the evidence, the crucial element that guides us, will show that this is simply an ugly method of trying to extract money from an 85-year-old American icon.
Yeah, wow.
Additionally, to these 4 Jane Does, a group of 25 individuals, collectively and anonymously referred to as Does 1 through 25, have also been sued for their alleged involvement in the events and happenings outlined in the women's accounts. Now, the complaint from these 4 women, known as Jane Doe 1, 2, 3, and 4, did not report Robinson's alleged actions to authorities due to fear of losing their livelihood, familial reprisal, public embarrassment, shame, and humiliation to themselves and their family, as well as feeling threatened and intimidated by the singer's well-recognized celebrity status and his influential friends and associates. Does 1, 2, and 3 also have said that they feared a possible adverse effect on their immigration status. Our 4 clients have a common thread. They're Hispanic women who were employed as housekeepers by the Robinsons, earning below minimum wage, As low-wage workers in vulnerable positions, they lack the resources and options necessary to protect themselves from sexual assault throughout their tenure as employees for the Robinsons. As compensation for the Robinsons' alleged abuses, which also include charges of negligence and intentional infliction of emotional distress, the women are demanding a jury trial and a series of damages, and they're requesting a payment of at least $50 million. So I'm guessing, and this is, all the details of the allegations that took place on the home and on trips. I talked about it on last Friday's Chewing the Fat. We went through some of the specific allegations from these employees or former employees, and it started way back, 20 years ago. So he would have been 65. We believe that 65-year-old Smokey Robinson was doing this. And now through 65 through 85, I don't know. They talk about him coming out of the shower and placing it. It's just some of the allegations are horrific if true.
Coming out of the shower and doing what? Finish that. I'm curious.
No.
Just walking naked?
He would walk naked. He would lay a towel down on the bed, not to so they didn't have to get the linens dirty or wet, and then he would force himself on the women.
Oh, so he was allegedly forcing himself.
Correct.
Gosh.
I feel like what's going to happen, and I absolutely know nothing, and it could be nothing, but I feel like they're probably going to settle for like workplace violations or something. Like they didn't pay him enough or whatever, and then not admit to any of the sexual assault.
Did you
allegations
explain the gender assault?
What's that all about? Well, we were hung up on
gender assault.
Gender assault?
Yeah, what is that?
It would be just calling them different names, right?
The wrong
Hey
pronouns?
girl, hey
Yeah.
darling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And the wife,
That sounds so rough. Gender assault.
What's his net worth?
Smokey? Who I don't
And
know.
what is he being sued for?
I bet you Smokey Robinson, he's got to be worth at least a couple $100 million. I bet you $300 million. Smokey Robinson. Smokey Robinson and the Miracles and just Smokey Robinson alone? Come on now.
$150 million.
That's it?
That's
Wow,
it.
$50 million is a hit then.
That is a hit.
That's a hit.
Boy,
No,
he could be crying after that, and then we'll call him Tears of a Clown.
Thank you. One of my favorite songs of all time.
I love it.
I love Tears of a Clown by the English Beat, but it's a Smokey Robinson song, so you got to go with that. But, come on now. He's Smokey Robinson. What are we doing here? He's the man. I met him once, man. You want to talk about a guy that, when I met him, he came into the building with like one handler, and it was like, holy crap, that's Smokey Robinson.
Did he gender assault you?
He did. He did.
Which
As a
building was
matter
that?
of fact, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my allegations
put your
out
name
there
in
now.
there?
I didn't think I felt like I couldn't do anything at the time
Because power struggles.
Yes, absolutely power struggles. I was just a lowly radio guy in Tampa, and there's Smokey Robinson doing this to me, and I thought, I can't tell anybody. Nobody will believe me.
Oh my
now maybe they will.
Now they will.
And,
Yes.
well, you know what'll make me feel better?
What's that?
$25 million. Yeah.
On top of the 50?
Yeah. Well, the 50's for them.
That's what I'm saying.
no,
So you
I-
won 25. You alone.
Yes.
It was that
Traumatic.
egregious.
Yes. Absolutely.
Dang, bro.
Look, you don't know how traumatic it was for me. You can't know.
I didn't say I did. I'm just making sure that
No. Don't judge.
25 is enough.
I'll try to get by. If he wants to settle for, I'm willing. I don't want to throw this out there now because my attorney's not here, so he'll be mad at me. But I'll throw this out there. If he wants to settle for 10, fine.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's fine. And you know what? I'll sign an NDA. I won't talk about it ever again. I promise. Cross my heart. And I promise that you don't have to admit that you did anything wrong.
So 10 million and
10 million.
an NDA.
I'll sign an NDA.
gets
You don't have to admit you did anything
Okay.
wrong. Just write the check. And we'll walk away friends. What do you say? I mean, if it's true, holy cow. Another legend takes the fall. Another legend just takes the fall of being a douchebag. That hurts. That's why I don't want to believe it. I don't want to believe it. I just want to... That's why I think they'll settle for the workplace violations. Like they'll just say, yeah, you're right, we should have paid him more. And the wife will probably say, yeah, I probably shouldn't have yelled at her for breaking my china. And here's $5 million, go away. And I feel like that's probably what's going to happen. But who knows? Because if it actually did happen, man, that hurts. And it hurts them too. Why didn't they come? They're afraid. That really bugs me. The whole power thing. We've talked about it during the real strong Me Too movement. And Harvey Weinstein's on trial again in New York as we speak. The Diddy trial's ongoing as we speak. At least one dirtbag was found guilty. They did find Gerard Depardieu in France guilty. Mr. Actor Gerard Depardieu. You know him here in the States because he played the Cyrano de Bourges in it. Did he get an Oscar for that? He might have been just nominated for an Oscar for that. He's been like in 250 films. But they found him guilty of sexually assaulting 2 women on a movie set. And he has to pay both accusers 29,040 euros. So, man, that just hitting him hard with fines. And he gets an 18-month suspended sentence. So they claim, the ladies said they were happy with it. That they were happy, they were fine with it. They just wanted recognition that it happened. But he also has to go on the National Sex Offender Database. That's in France, so I'm guessing there's...
That's a badge of honor in France, is it not?
Yeah, no doubt about it. So as long as he's a good boy for 18 months, then it all goes away. I think there's some other trials that are still going on for sexual assault against him as well. A couple of them were allegations from a long time ago, so the statute of limitations were out. So we'll see what happens to Gerard Depardieu. But they did find him guilty. So he was a dirtbag, and they were happy that they're going to get their 29,000 French money, whatever they spend in France. And he has 18 months suspended sentence. So the judge was like, all right, get out of here. Fine, whatever, get out of here. All right, so, and we had the information from the Diddy trial is amazing. The Weinstein trial information is kind of the same old stuff that we heard before. And some of it is like, the one girl talked about how she was assaulted when she was underage, but it was so long ago that the statute of limitations had run out. And what really irks me about that is that she talks about how she was assaulted when she was underage at 16 from Harvey. Okay, she goes back 4 years later because she wants work. Come on, what are we doing? She was so horrified and so distraught over this first meeting with this dirtbag. But I went back, and he assaulted me again. What are we even doing? It's an incredible thing. All right, that's got my dirtbags out of my system.
Well, in the Diddy trial, did you see how the judge got upset at the Diddy lawyers?
Well, that whole trial has been kind of a nightmare from the beginning. They got the jury set late, and the judges kind of pushed them to be fast and get on time. Normally these trials tend to stretch out a little bit. That's
because one of the witnesses is about to drop a baby.
Yeah, well, yeah. And
wrap this up.
Yeah, well, I will. I see the guy that one of the guys that shot Trump said he was a Diddy sex slave, right? Or attempted to shoot Trump.
I hadn't heard this.
Said that he was a Diddy sex slave.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Well, that's what he says. I don't know if he was, but he said he was a Diddy slave.
Yes. Yeah. Wow. And he talked about being on video with the whole thing and what. We've talked. Look, Diddy. You want to talk about that guy? I mean, holy cow!
And now Hakeem Jeffries is attached to this case.
Everybody knew. They all knew. They all were aware of it, and they just let it happen.
And then we've got a rep for Justin Bieber saying he's not one of Sean Combs' victims.
Okay.
Quote.
Okay. If you want to believe that, Justin, no problem. You believe it. It's all you, baby.
Wait, you don't believe Justin?
I don't believe Justin. We said we got video footage.
We do.
Video footage that would lead one to believe that he is a victim. Okay. You say you're not?
He
You
doesn't
got
like,
it.
Probably he doesn't like the victim mentality.
Right. You got it. You know what? I believe you, Justin. Yeah, I believe you. But I don't. So if it makes you feel better and you can be with your wife and say I wasn't a victim, sure. Go ahead. Fine. It's all good. You didn't have anything to do with the body oils, videos, freak offs, and the workers with their dope fanny bags walking around the house, the Diddy homes with the different drugs in it for all day. That's a good life if you can live it, man. Holy cow.
Now, I haven't heard you say, come on now, it's Diddy.
No, I'm not.
You're not going to do that one?
No.
So the come on now defense
Diddy.
doesn't work for Diddy?
No.
Okay.
No, it does
Just checking to see where that line is drawn.
No, it does. That line is, come on now.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Smokey Robinson.
Smokey Robinson's a legend.
but
Don't
it
even mess with Smokey.
Doesn't work for.
It does not work for Diddy.
Just trying to figure out where your
Because I know
line is.
Diddy is, a superstar. But no.
So you don't see him as a superstar? Because a lot of people will call you out on that.
I know. That's what I get it, and that's why you're not getting. Come on now, it's Diddy.
I'm sorry.
You're not
It doesn't work.
Keith
Doesn't
is
work.
right.
No, it doesn't.
Sean Combs.
Yeah,
Not Diddy.
Come on now,
Okay.
it's P Diddy. Oh wait, no, it's supposed to be. Come on now, it's Sean Combs.
Yep.
Okay.
There we are. Okay.
And Harvey, he's just a your everyday Me Too dirtbag that we know he's a dirtbag. He's supposed to. I mean, he's not going anywhere. He's going to die soon. He probably will die before this trial is over. The judge has allowed him to remain in the hospital during the trial, so he doesn't have to go back to Rikers every day. And he's really sick. He's got all kinds of stuff wrong with him. So he'll be lucky to make it through this trial. He's even said as much. And he's supposed to be in prison. California's like, hey, when you're done with him, send him here. We want him. Well, he's really sick. We don't care. We want him in jail here. So the New York screwed it up and had to do the retrial. So they said, we're just going to keep him here. It's been a nightmare for Harvey. So, and I know, poor Harvey Weinstein. I know, poor little Harvey. Come on now. It's Harvey Weinstein. Yeah, it doesn't work with him either. No, sorry. Does work with Smokey Robinson, though, because that guy's a legend, man. Don't even mess with Smokey Robinson. Come on now. That's Smokey Robinson.
Gray Unleashed.
Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Good morning, Americans. It's Friday.
That it is, and welcome to Pat Gray Unleashed today. Jeff Fisher sitting in for Pat as he takes a couple of days. He needed a little mental health break.
Oh, yeah,
so,
and nothing helps more than standing in line for 6 hours.
Well, you have time to think about the past and the future and present. Have somebody run and get you a drink. It's so much fun just waiting in line. What a nightmare. I hope he doesn't have to wait in line. I hope he paid for the passes, and I hope they scurried him right in.
You should play the "Do You Know Who I Am" card.
Right, and
I'm
maybe
Pat
somebody
Gray.
will.
I'm Pat Gray Unleashed.
And maybe someone will notice him and say, "Oh, hey, Pat.
Good
to see you. Wait right here."
At these theme parks, the celebrities get to go to the front of the line.
Right.
They sneak in a back door.
Well, now a lot of that's some of the VIP passes. Now there's the VIP passes, and then there's the VIP passes where you get the personal tour.
Oh,
and they give out. I have a nephew that does those. Does the personal tours for people. and then you go first class. You go back go anywhere you want, and eat wherever you want, and you are not waiting in lines.
Cool.
You are not waiting in lines. You just kind of one head. You are actually. That must be in the front row because you are, and those cost significantly more to have that happen for you, but it does happen. They do make that happen with the VIP, capital VIP guests, and so if you can afford it, bless your heart, bless your heart. So maybe if you could afford to live in a city, you'd want to live in a city that, according to travel writer Hannah Summers, is telling us are the top 10 cities in America. Hannah has chosen the top cities here in the U.S. Number 10, Denver, Colorado. Number 8, Savannah, Georgia. Pretty city. Number 8, New York City.
You said 8 twice.
What's that?
You went 10, 8, 8.
It's Jeffy math.
Where's the 9?
So 10 is Denver.
Okay.
9 is Savannah.
There it is.
8 is New York City.
Okay.
7 is New Orleans.
Oh, God.
6 is, I like New Orleans.
Top 10 cities
got thrown
to
in jail
visit?
in there. Did I almost get thrown in jail a couple of times in New Orleans? I think so, yeah. Good city, fine city. Love the fine working people.
And these are
of
the
New
top
Orleans
10
Police
cities
Department.
to visit.
Yeah, these are the best vacation cities, right? Hannah has given, she's a travel writer, and she's said that these are the best cities in the U.S.
Best.
Okay? Best cities in the U.S.
Whatever.
So 10, 9, 8, 7 to New Orleans. Number 6, Scottsdale. Okay. Number 5, Austin, Texas. Greater Austin area is fine. Inside Austin, okay. Once you've been there, you've been there, I guess. All these cities are probably, you could use that line. Once you've been there, you've been there. Providence, number 4. Miami, number 3. Number 2, San Diego, California. And the number 1 best city in the United States of America, according to Hannah Summers. That's her name, right? Hannah Summers, yes. The travel writer. I'll give you, Keith Malinak, Smokey Robinson's $50 million. If you could tell me without looking up.
Yeah. I'm going to guess Charleston, South Carolina, if this list has any base in reality.
I'll give you $50 million of Smokey Robinson's money if you can guess again to tell me the best city in the United States of America.
Smyrna, Georgia. No. Arlington, Texas. Dallas. Is it Dallas?
No.
Fort Worth?
No. Detroit, Michigan.
Oh, what? Hannah needs to get out more. Are you for real? Who is Hannah Summers?
She's a travel writer. What are you talking about?
Oh, gosh.
Now, Detroit is refurbished, and we saw how cool it looked during the NFL draft last year. And they've really upgraded. Downtown Detroit used to be fun. We used to go there all the time.
Okay.
We did.
Yeah. Cool.
There were some great blues bars, some
Awesome.
great concert venues. We saw a lot of bands go through there. It was
And
fun.
people that live their entire lives in Houston, Texas, think Houston is a great town because they haven't gotten out of it.
That's a good point.
Okay. So I think that might be the same logic here with Detroit. I know the same thing applies with toll roads. New Jersey Turnpike, I'm looking at you. Look, I mean, the
way it is.
Toll roads are just
That's the way of life. It's the way of life.
The hell? You've already paid for the roads.
They believe it's a way of life here in Texas as well.
Yeah, I know. That's become a thing.
Holy cow. And there are plenty of neighborhoods where they say, whoa, what? You don't have to take the toll roads. No, but you have to go out of your way 80,000 miles to get to where you want to go on side roads unless you want to take the toll road and pay because you have easy access to where you want to go right here. It's just incredible. And they believe in that wholeheartedly. And it's just shy of $1 million to travel on those toll roads. And what's nice of them, and I really do mean nice of them, and I appreciate it, is that when you have an account with them, when it gets down to below $20 in your account, they automatically ding you another $50. So just to make sure, make sure that you've got money in your account.
Timeout. Hannah Summers. I believe I found her on Twitter. And if this is the same, because it talks about how in her bio, she's a Young Travel Writer of the Year for 2015.
Oh, there you go. Congratulations.
Yeah,
to
congratulations. She's got Bruce Springsteen on her banner. And
well, we talked about him yesterday
and
his concert in England, and that video. There's actual video of that him bashing the U.S. What I told you, he said. Guess not playing it as Bruce Springsteen. What a douche.
Yeah, he's a douche. Guess where her location is for Hannah Summers. Guess where she puts her little location.
Detroit.
Now I was gonna guess for a second. Now see, he jumped the gun and said Detroit.
No,
but
no, it's
I would
worse
say
than that.
Detroit.
Nope. Thunder Road. She's such a big Bruce Springsteen fan.
Oh my gosh.
So, but no, you go with your list there. That's a good list.
So if you live in one of those best cities, then you probably don't want to move ever. But if you do, you should probably get a hold of realestateagentsitrust.com. Realestateagentsitrust.com. Look, it's Glenn's company. He put it together after he realized that if you've ever had a house that you've tried to sell and you ended up just selling it and losing money on it because you just had to get rid of it, you know what a nightmare it is. That's for sure. And that's why you need a good real estate broker on your side. And that's what Real Estate Agents I Trust does. They hook you up. Well, they don't hook you up. They put you together with a real estate agent that you can trust, most importantly, hence the name, and that it's free of charge. We hook you up with that person so that they can work for you and get you the best money for your house and a good deal on a house that you want to buy if you're looking to buy and sell, if you're looking to do both of them. It's a nightmare trying to sell your house. There's no question about it. And, financially, you want to at least make a little money. And you want to sell your house for the most money, and you want to purchase a house for the least amount of money. I know, that's the way it works. I've never had that happen in my life, but some people have, and they've used realestateagentsitrust.com to make that happen. Realestateagentsitrust.com. Real Estate Agents I Trust. It's funny that the name is pretty much says it all, doesn't it? Real Estate Agents I Trust. Realestateagentsitrust.com. So
Pat Gray Unleashed is back.
We have a video of Jake Tapper actually saying that Donald Trump was right. Jake Tapper? He's actually bent the knee? Is that true?
I mean, he acts like he discovered gold or something. It's like, thanks for concluding what the rest of us came.
Oh, okay.
I mean, like, it's too little too late, but it's just amazing to watch regardless.
Trump was right. I mean, he did make a fortune from China, and Joe Biden was wrong.
Yeah.
$4 million in income in 2017 and $2.2 million in income in 2018, most of which came from Chinese or Ukrainian interests. But this directly goes against what Joe Biden said in the debate in 2020 with Donald Trump. Take a listen.
Wow.
My son has not made money in terms of this thing about what are you talking about? China.
What you none of that is true. He made a fortune in Ukraine, in China, in Moscow,
that is simply
and various
not
other places.
True.
So it's from two different debates, but I mean, Trump was right. I mean, he did make a fortune from China, and Joe Biden was wrong.
There we go.
Wow. I mean...
Okay, thanks, Jake. Breaking news from Jake Tapper, ladies and gentlemen, again.
And they all are. I love the, with his stupid book and these other books that are coming out, they all try to cover their own butts because it's like, well, we were shielded. And so we didn't really know until it was too late, this downfall of Joe Biden. What? We was shielded. It was in front of our faces for years. You who subscribe to Blaze TV, you who listen to Blaze Radio Network, you who listen and watch this show every day, we documented the fall of Joe Biden. literally and figuratively. And it was just incredible to me that we're to believe that they were too shielded to see it. No, I don't believe it. Not a chance. I don't believe it then, and I don't believe it now. And we're supposed to be okay with how you dealt with it, and now we're supposed to be okay with how you dealt with it because now you're admitting it. Yeah, shoot, if we weren't so shielded from the administration, we would have known. We would have known something. And this whole George Clooney thing, we did not know anything about that. It's incredible to watch how they're trying to dance around, trying to make us believe that they didn't know.
Apparently, Joe Biden is still president in Austin, Texas. I don't know if you.
I don't
saw
know that.
Yeah, let's go to full screen 9, please. Lara Logan confirming yesterday in a tweet that the U.S. Marshal's Office, Western District of Texas.
Oh wow!
They still have on the wall President Joe Biden, Vice President Kamala Harris.
Look at that,
Attorney General.
Well, you know what it is.
Garland.
Those darn Doge cuts. We don't have anybody that can hang pictures. We've got the new pictures in the other room. We just don't have anybody to hang them. In fact, I think we have the pictures. They're in the mailroom. We don't have anybody working the mailroom anymore to check the mail. Oh,
okay.
No.
I'll drive down there and do it. And I'll hang them up.
Yeah, you're not allowed in.
What?
Hey, you're not allowed in. I know you think you are because that's a lobby-looking area, but you're not.
I see.
If we look at you at the door, we're not buzzing you in. No, it's the U.S. Marshal Service. That's pathetic.
That is shocking.
That's pathetic.
But, I mean, it's May.
It is.
Government works a little slower than we like sometimes.
Yeah, and look, they will say, look, we've been busy. We've got other things going on. We're out hunting fugitives.
You're a government worker. No, you don't.
No, the Marshal Service does.
Right, okay.
It's the U.S. Marshals, man.
Okay. Who's running the lobby, though?
Obviously not a U.S. Marshal.
Clearly.
We need to get somebody on that. And that's what... It's embarrassing.
4 months.
That's embarrassing.
It's been 4 months.
I mean, it's just that quiet protest.
Yeah.
That...
It got the one chick...
oh, yeah.
Lost rank or
From
something.
Nebraska, right?
No, Wisconsin. It was at a fort in Wisconsin.
Okay.
And
sorry, I don't mean to besmirch Nebraska.
You sure as hell did with the screwing up Wisconsin and Nebraska. So I don't know, man. It's send somebody down there. Get this taken care of. That's unacceptable.
Very much so. And it's and we. I mean, I believe Laura Logan. I mean, I'm saying that I hope that is an actual today's world picture, and she's not trying to slam the U.S. Marshal Service, but that's unacceptable, if true, unacceptable. And that quiet protest of, well, he's not our president. You're the United States Marshal Service. You're damn right he's your president. That's completely unacceptable. So the Supreme Court, you know him, you love him. They had some talk of the birthright citizenship in front of them, right?
We might end up getting 2 rulings out of this thing. Birthright
because
citizenship.
they were heavy on some of the inside questions about the birthright citizenship. I found fascinating. I don't know what.
The larger issue is going to be the universal injunctions and how traffic cops in Lincoln, Nebraska, are able to stop the orders of an executive that was duly elected by the people. And that's really going to be the biggest takeaway from this. So it's going to be interesting. And we should know within a couple of weeks how they're going to come down on this universal injunctions and birthright citizenship. Yeah.
The birthright, let's see these, and then I can see if they actually talk about this.
You kind of want to set this up with, keep in mind, we played this clip back in March. This is Senator John Kennedy from Louisiana talking about universal injunctions with a witness.
Okay.
Only about 27 universal injunctions were issued in the 20th century. Does that sound about right?
That sounds about right, Senator.
But 86 of them were issued against President Trump in his first term. Is that correct?
I don't know the specific number, but they were a high number.
Oh, you should.
And so far in President Trump's second term, 30 universal injunctions have been issued against him. Have they not?
Senator, I don't have a specific number, but that sounds about right.
The universal injunction has become a weapon against the Trump administration, has it not?
Correct.
Yes.
And that sets the stage for what happened at the Supreme Court yesterday. It absolutely has been used against a weapon. The examples of how they've been used to stymie Trump at every turn in the most ridiculous ways, and the justification by some of these judges. I was looking through some of the courts that and the universal injunction, it basically stops the implementation of the orders of the president. And so yesterday,
given a mandate from the American public.
Correct. So Clarence Thomas had some fun yesterday at the Supreme Court.
General, when were the first universal injunctions used?
We believe that the best reading of that is what you said in Trump against Hawaii, which is that Wirtz in 1963 was really the first universal injunction. There's a dispute about Perkins against Lukens Oil going back to 1940. And of course, we point to the court's opinion that reversed that universal injunction issued by the D.C. Circuit and said it's profoundly wrong. Now, if you look at the cases that the either party cite, you see a common theme. The cases that we cite, like National Treasury's Employment Union, Perkins against Lukens Oil, Frothingham in Massachusetts against Mellon, going back to Scott against Donald, and all of those are cases where the court considered and addressed the sort of universal, in that case, statewide issue of provision of injunctive relief. So when the court has considered and addressed this, it has consistently said you have to limit the remedy to the plaintiffs who appearing in court and complaining of that remedy.
So we survived until the 1960s without universal injunctions.
That's exactly correct. And in fact, those are very limited, very rare, even in the 1960s. It really exploded in 2007 in our cert petition in Summers against Earth Island Institute. We pointed out that the Ninth Circuit had started doing this in a whole bunch of cases involving environmental claims.
Yes, they did.
So
the
we
Ninth
survived.
Circuit became famous.
We almost survived 200 years as a republic, in quotes, without universal injunctions. That's amazing how that happened. So it's not like something we've been doing since the beginning of time.
No, it is not. No, it is not. I mean, the Ninth Circuit became famous for imposing all these injunctions in the 2000s.
Yeah, and if you want to work it through the court system and get your case to the Supreme Court, then fine. But stopping the implementation of a duly elected president in the meantime is just unacceptable. So have your court rulings, that's fine, but it shouldn't grind the American president, his agenda, and his orders to a halt. It just shouldn't.
I don't disagree with that. Hopefully they will come up with a fix, and I don't know what that fix is other than just saying that it can't happen.
I didn't get to hear all of the arguments yesterday, but I was reading Jonathan Turley's synopsis this morning, and it sounds like it's going to be 5-4, one way or the other. Because you got, I think we're gonna lose Amy Coney Barrett on this one.
Of course we are.
So she's gonna. It's gonna be the chick block.
She is.
Okay.
Wow.
You're gonna get all 4 females, and then John Roberts is gonna be. I don't know, man. And Gorsuch, I don't know. I just read Jonathan Turley's Twitter thread this morning, synopsis, if you don't want to go and listen to all the questions and stuff. But I don't know, man. I'm nervous about the injunction deal.
Yeah,
being
and then
stopped.
when we get to the birthright citizenship, and you know what, we'll talk about the birthright citizenship on the other side of. As we break, you're not going anywhere. We'll be right around the corner after this.
Pat Gray Unleashed. Saying what you're thinking returns after this.
Welcome to it. Pat Gray Unleashed. 888-900-3393 is the phone number. Jeff Fisher from Chewing the Fat, which you can subscribe to. Available on any platform that warms the innards of your body. Chewing the Fat with Jeff Fisher. Please subscribe to my daily show. Pat is out gallivanting in the state of Florida. He will return, we are told, on Monday, although, I don't know if he has to go through Newark or Denver to return back to Dallas. So if that's true, you never know. You never know. Keith Malinak, Chris Cruz here, of course, as usual, on the program. We talked a little bit about the Supreme Court and dealing with their they are front and center these days. I heard some talk about the birthright citizenship, which I don't think they're dealing with head on. And I don't know that they will or not, but it's really there were some points made about it that I thought, because you think about that, you figure, look, you're born in the United States. If you're not a citizen, your child doesn't get to be a citizen. And then they said, well, we'll just leave it to the states. Well, the states were arguing that, well, that means that if a state of New Jersey, let's say, says that if you are born in this country, no matter who your parent is, then you're a citizen. But Texas says, if you're not an American citizen and you have a baby in the state of Texas, your baby is not a U.S. citizen. And so it's going to be a nightmare. What needs to happen is they need to just define the birthright citizenship. When you have a child in this country, unless you're an American citizen already, your child is not an American citizen automatically. And then that fixes it. There, I took care of it. Whether, I don't know if Amy Coney Barrett,
Chief Justice Jeff Fisher,
I don't know if
add that to the list.
Barrett is going to come along for the ride or not, but this case is now official and over. Okay? Get out of my courtroom, because I've already solved it for you. All right? We got to talk about Debbie Dingell from the Dingell dynasty. We showed her yesterday, sound asleep, while she was hard at work for the people. That is awesome. That is awesome. She is.
But she has a good
gone.
reason. She has a good reason. She tweeted about it. She told us why she was
she did?
sound asleep.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I've been up for 31 hours straight fighting Republicans and trying to gut Medicaid. Have you? Closed my eyes to think about an America where everyone has access to quality, affordable health care.
All right, go back to bed.
I know that we're supposed to believe what the Dingell dynasty tells us, but no, thank you. No, she was out, man. Gone.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Hello. Hi. Welcome to Pat Gray Unleashed. Thanks for coming along for the ride today. Pat will be returning on Monday. If he gets out of line. If he gets out of line, because he's waiting in line either at in the Disney park or the Universal Park. That's what we were told. I don't know when they actually have their Tupperware gathering. If where they all gather, if they all have to wear the same Tupperware shirt,
in between,
so they all know each other. They all have the little Tupperware logo on the T-shirt while you're walking around.
Is it the annoying?
They're part of the group.
Fluorescent orange.
Yeah, awesome.
Oh, it's one of them.
Always burp.
Those are so good. I believe that's what it says on the back of the T-shirt. Always burp. Before closing lid. I mean, that's a fact. Everyone knows that. I want to say that we got some sad news about the president of Harvard. I don't know how he's going to get by, but he's taking a 25% pay cut now for this next year, July 1st through June 30th of 2026. He's taking a 25% pay cut.
So now how much is he going to make?
It's a voluntary pay cut. He's doing it on his own. They're not forcing him to do it at all. He typically earns over $1 million. So I don't know if that's going to put him under $1 million. I don't know how he'll get by, but he will. I know that we had the Trump administration. They have cut more funding from Harvard. They canceled another $450 million in research grants, which I think that brings the total to $2.2 billion worth of cuts to the university. So if you're not going to overhaul your policies and processes, we're not going to give you any money. That's for sure. But did you see also that they just found Harvard they just realized this. And this item actually is, I mean, they have, what, a $50 billion endowment? I know things, it's not like we have $50 billion cash. It's tied up in investments. Yeah, we got it. But they just found that they had purchased a copy of the Magna Carta.
Whoa!
Decades ago.
Wait, oh my gosh! Okay. You know you have too much money. If you purchase it and then forget about it.
Right, they bought it for like $27.50. They thought this is the story. They bought it for $27.50 at some yard sale, and they thought that it was a fake. And they just remembered, we should probably, have somebody take a look at that Magna Carta that we found. You know what? It is an actual Magna Carta. It's from 1300. So that's actually a 725-year-old relic. And, that's priceless.
So, hold on. And you said this is, who owns this?
Harvard.
Is it Harvard? Okay. Yeah. So, clearly they're hurting for cash. If they're just like, hey, what can we put on eBay? Don't we have like a Magna Carta thing?
That's a good point. We need.
That's how they realized that,
going through
the
basement.
Yeah,
creating their own yard sale. Yeah, that's absolutely what's happening.
That's what's happening.
Yeah, I mean, holy cow! I don't know how much that would be worth.
$27.50. You know what? I'll double that. I'll double your money. I'll give you more. I'll give you $60 for that thing.
Really?
Yeah,
that's
$60.
Pretty good. I'll tell you right now. I'll give you $100.
When did they buy that?
It says decades ago. It doesn't say an actual date. Now I'm sure maybe the story from Harvard has.
And what's
an actual
Harvard
date.
doing going to yard sales? That's another weird angle.
Decades ago, and they thought that it was a knockoff, and they just I guess we bought a knockoff Magna Carta.
Wouldn't you hate to find out that was your yard sale?
They bought it in 1946.
Wow. Wow. Oof. Incredible. Signed by King John of England in 1215. It's laid the foundation for all of it. So.
Time out. Hold on a second. This copy is from 1215 then? Because a 1297 Magna Carta sold at an auction in 2007 for $21.3 million.
Okay, this is a 1300 version.
Yeah, 1300 version.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's 4 surviving copies from 1215.
Okay.
Are housed in the UK.
Okay.
So
incredible.
Right?
I mean, just unbelievable. How does this happen? I don't even know how this happens.
I don't either.
Especially by the 1300s, you realize the importance of this document, and you're like, maybe we shouldn't let this thing, float away to another continent and end up in a yard sale.
Someone obviously smuggled it out, right? And
I don't know.
Right? We don't know. We don't. And it ends up that some guy from Harvard in the 40s.
I would love to know the path this thing took. Would be equally fascinating.
Yes, it would be. Yes, it would be.
But anyway, congratulations, Harvard, going through old boxes in the basement there and trying to figure out what they can take to the old yard sale themselves.
That's exactly what they're doing.
Donald Trump has laid down the law.
Yeah.
And they're losing their money.
I mean, the president is having a voluntary pay cut.
Has there been a universal injunction yet on that one?
I don't know.
I'm 100% serious.
And why wouldn't there be?
Might be the only order from him that hasn't been subjected to that yet.
And you would guess that most of these judges probably do have their law degree from Harvard. So, they're in. Right?
So, Jeffy, you said that the Magna Carta was sold for $27.50. Even adjusting for inflation, which would be $451.
Yeah, well, because 46. Yeah, in 1946, $27.50. That's a good penny.
Yeah, it's $451 in today's valuation.
Yeah,
I think they still got a good deal.
I'll give you $500.
I'm not paying that at a yard sale. I'm not paying $450 at a yard sale. I'll tell you that right now. Not doing it.
That's weird.
If I see something in the driveway and I was like, and I stop.
If we stop,
I stop. I see the driveway. Man, is that the Magna Carta? And I stop and I get out of my car and I hobble up to the table.
Now you've committed. If you're on the driveway,
I hobble up to the table. Hey, how you doing?
You got to get something out of this.
Yeah, I like that blouse. It's not for me though. But how about this Magna Carta here? What do you got here? And they say $450. I'm like, oh.
All right, what if
No.
you say something
No.
like, "Look, I'm not really interested in all that paperwork inside. That's a nice frame. I'll give you."
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
then you start to haggle
There
a
you go.
little bit. You know?
I'll give you $300. I'll take what's in it, but the frame is beautiful.
Yeah, the frame's
you're
nice,
right. Yeah.
You got to make them you got to make it seem like you don't want it. Like you could live without it.
I'll go.
You could live without it. It's like, I don't know, it's a cool
All right,
frame.
I'll go.
I don't know what all this jibber jabber
I
is.
might drive by here tomorrow. If it's still here, I'll stop in. We'll take a look.
Can you know what? Throw in that blouse. I actually do like that.
You know
blouse.
what I do? I think my wife would wear that.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, it is.
That's cool.
I know.
Now, who's going to buy it? Because Harvard's going to get a lot of money out of that sale.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
How much did I say it was? It sold for in 2007, a similar era copy?
I mean, it's got to be tens of millions of dollars.
What did
right?
I say? It was $21.3 million in 2007.
Oh, so you're looking at $50 million anyway.
I think.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Out of the UK
and then
on its own.
Yeah.
It's been preserved in the basement since noon today in Funk and Wagnall's porch.
So that president.
No one knows the reference.
No. Maybe
was sealed in a mayonnaise jar in Funk and Wagnall's porch since noon today. No one but you in your divine and mystical way can tell us what it's in the envelopes.
So can the guy get his pay raise then?
No.
So
he's
got
a voluntary pay
25%.
cut. Yeah, that's a voluntary pay cut. Yeah, 25%. Sorry, that's got to happen. You've already agreed to it.
Okay.
Sorry. Now he might. Part of his deal as president of Harvard, maybe he gets a cut of all yard sales.
Okay.
So maybe he's, that bumps it up a little bit, which wouldn't surprise me. Sure, I admit to taking a pay cut, but in my contract, I get yard sale money. So whatever we have in the basement, sell it. And we're considering that the skull is it Harvard that has the skull and crossbones?
I think
or is
so.
it Yale?
Yeah. Yale.
Yale has the skull and crossbones. So whatever Harvard's underground club is.
Yeah, it's not underground, and it's domestic jihadis is what you're thinking of, that club.
Yeah. Okay, so we already know, really, this story that I saw yesterday where it said U.S. spy agencies are told to gather intelligence on Greenland. Now, that only happens when they already know we're taking it. It's ours. We want to know what all we're getting. Right? We're moving in with what we're getting. Now, of course, the move has drawn objections. So you can object all you want. We're taking it. And we're just getting information on your country. That's all. It's interesting how that's leaked that we're telling our spy agencies. We'll take the information from Greenland and we'll pretend that you're a cute little country, but you're ours. Okay? I don't even know why we're messing around with it. In fact, we've messed around with it way too long.
Oh, no.
We've messed around with it way too long. We really have. I mean, look, it was a cute little experiment. You being under the king of Denmark or whoever you think your boss is, and they believe that you're on your own now. You're the head of your own little country. And what do you got? 40, 50,000 people living there, and we appreciate it very much. But you're now a territory of the United States of America, and you can do your little protest all you want, but you're ours now. In fact, look behind you. Yes, that's a flag we just put down, and you're ours. Okay, you do not belong to anyone else but us, and we're taking it over. That's a done deal.
Honestly, that's how we did business. Hawaii is on the line. From 130, 40 years ago.
Yeah.
And
we'll take it. Have a nice day. It's over.
I don't know that we want to be doing it that way.
Why?
So much. I don't know. Is Greenland worth it? Now, if you can show me the numbers.
Trump lands the
show
new
me the
Qatar,
numbers, and then
the new Qatar Air Force One right there in Greenland and says it's ours.
We're invoking the Putin doctrine. It's called we want it, we'll take it.
Thank you. And in fact, you know what? I'm just going to land. I'm going to get off my Qatar Air Force One, my new one. Take a look. It's beautiful, isn't it? Yeah. And you now are a territory of ours. Thank you. Good night.
You want me to send you back to where you were? Unemployed in Greenland?
Here's the thing. You won't be unemployed.
Yeah, he'll bring jobs.
Yeah. We are bringing jobs.
Yeah.
We're working hard.
You can mine those rare earth minerals for us.
Or you could, open up You can open up a drinking establishment for the miners that are there working in the mines.
All joking aside, seriously, people die trying to come to this country illegally. Right. They cross deserts. They give money to coyotes. They risk.
They tie pieces of wood together and float across the ocean.
They take serious risks for them and their families.
Yes, they do.
To come to this country illegally. We're giving you a chance. And I know how arrogant this sounds as an American, but we're giving you a chance to be a citizen of the greatest nation to ever exist in the history of the world. And you're going to play coy with us, and you're going to, show disrespect when our vice president visits. Really?
Yeah.
Okay, now maybe we should do the Jeffy doctrine.
The head of the military that tried to undermine what J.D. Vance said after he left. Get out.
Yeah. Where is he now?
Get out. I think it was a he. I think it was a she.
She? What did they end up doing with her?
As far as I know,
I vaguely remember that. Yeah.
I do not know if she's. I don't know if she's working at the QT. I don't know if she's working at dairy at the DQ. I don't know what letter she's working at. Yeah. I don't know if we took her to Qatar and had her killed with the little flower girl.
Sure.
I don't know.
But we're giving you a chance here to win life's lottery. And you're going to give us attitude? For real? You're not going to say, hey, let's talk about this, y'all?
And here's the thing, Keith. I'm going to talk to you here for about 5 minutes, and I'm going to go with what you said. We're giving you a chance to, be a part of the United States of America. That many people try to become a part of us illegally just to be a part of us.
Right.
And you've got about 5 minutes to decide whether you're going to be on board and say what a great thing this is, or we're just going to turn around and the flag's going to be planted and it's going to happen.
I see.
So you're either on board or you're not, but it's going to happen.
I see. So let me ask you this: if they're spying on Greenland,
and dear Donald Trump, I know you got a few things on your mind, but if you need somebody to go over and plant a flag for you in Greenland, you can call me.
If they're spying on Greenland, what are we going to do with this information? Are we going to threaten to expose their dark secrets if they don't sign over to be a part of the United States? Is that? I mean, I don't know what the end game is on spying on them. Just having leverage.
Well, it might be that we just never cared to spy on Greenland, so we don't have any intel on what they're doing, and now we do actually care.
Cold, rocky, and boring.
Yeah, and there's they called it Greenland so that everybody would go there instead of Iceland and realize that it was terrible. Is that actually true? Remember, is that an old wives' tale?
No, I think
the reason they named Iceland and Greenland.
Instead of it just being a mistake?
Yeah. They named it Greenland so that people would go there and not go to Iceland.
Yeah, I don't know. That might have been just because
Iceland is so much
accounting
better
error.
Than Greenland. And that's why they named it that, so that the people would end up in Greenland. So that the people that ended up in Greenland are actually stupid. That's what we've just determined. So we don't even want... You know what? Our talk is over. We're taking it over.
Has it been 5 minutes?
You're on
board.
That
went by fast.
Yeah, the time is up. You're with. I don't even care if you're not with us because it's already happening. All right, we're already done. I got to get back on my new Cutter Air Force One and get out of here. I've been here long enough. Good luck. Take care of yourself. Hey, Blaze TV, blazetv.com/Pat. If you go there right now, use the promo code PAT, and you'll get $20 off a year's subscription to Blaze TV. blazetv.com/Pat. When you subscribe to Blaze TV, you're not just watching content. You're supporting a movement. You're backing creators who think for themselves, speak boldly, and refuse to be silenced by big tech or corporate media. For sure, you're going to be supporting investigative journalism, exposing corruption, original documentaries that shine a light on the deep state, and so much more when you join Blaze TV. Go to blazetv.com/Pat, blazetv.com/Pat, and that'll get you $20 off a year's subscription to Blaze TV. One of the things your subscription does do when you subscribe to Blaze TV is keep chewing the fat with Jeff Fisher free. So this is just a bonus. Becoming a subscriber to Blaze TV, blazetv.com/Pat, with the promo code Pat, saving you $20 for that year's subscription. But a bonus to that is what keeps you can subscribe to Chewing the Fat, Jeff Fisher. I love our new tagline, though. I do love that. BlazeTV, unfiltered, unafraid, and on demand.
Pat Gray returns.
All right, we're wrapping up here.
Yeah. What do you got over there?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
What do you want to do?
We have? We have. I don't want to do the Allstate stuff.
Okay.
They're just dirt bags. They're.
That's fine. Nope. Moving on.
Oh yeah.
What else?
Okay, so United Airlines just announced the other day that they are going to start having their soft pajamas, caviar service, and noise-canceling headphones for their Polaris Studio suites next year in their larger airlines. So you got that going for you with United. But when you fly Spirit, you have this going for you.
All right.
Yeah.
The big cockroach.
Now, it's kind of annoying to me that we're filming it and not killing it.
Well, you gotta get the clicks taken care of first.
Okay.
Then you go.
Then you go.
Now he's
Now it's gone. That's what I'm saying.
No. He moved up to first class. See?
Oh.
It's better seating up there. You got more room for your all 20 legs or whatever.
People obviously are dirtier and leave more crumbs.
Want to stretch out with all them legs. You know? Leg room.
Spirit Airlines. You know me, I love them.
How disoriented for that stupid Roach. He's going to land across the continent and be like, how the hell did I end up here?
See? And that's why we have
I've often thought that, like if...
That's why there's quarantines on animals and stuff, because they bring crap like that into the country.
At what level...
We don't know where that cockroach is from. That could be a Venezuelan cockroach. That could be a... it could be a Australian cockroach. Could be a Mexican cockroach.
He may have been freeloading across the planet. He might end up back where he started because a lot of these planes do the same legs.
Right.
So he might just be on a tour. At what level of... And I'm a serious question. At what hierarchy on the animal kingdom pyramid do you get to the point where the creature is aware that they're not where they started their journey? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. You're not getting that from a cockroach.
I don't think you're getting that from a cockroach.
No, you're not getting that from a cockroach.
But like a cat or a dog would be like, well, I don't recognize it. Oh, crap. How did I get here?
Right. Yeah.
So I just wonder where that point is.
Wait. I mean, you're not getting that with a cockroach. The cockroach is just crawling around because somebody had it in their luggage.
Oh, God.
And, it ended up on the airplane, right? It was in their luggage or somebody had it in their carry-on.
Or it was parked too long at the terminal and it just went down the little rampway. It was like, oh, what's over here?
It's possible, sure.
And the next thing you know, I'm 8 time zones away.
Some
what
guy,
the hell?
Some guy crawling into bringing some food service. Guy came
yum.
in
Now how much do you want to eat?
A couple of roaches. Serving? I mean, it happens. Those are things that happen. We're okay. I mean, all our food has that kind of stuff in it. You just have to live with it. Yeah, the spiders, sleeping, cockroaches. Once in a while you get a rat. They either live or die. We had the snakes on the plane. Now we got roaches on a plane.
Roaches on a plane. That's the sequel, I think.
Yeah,
right?
I love that. I'm a fan.
So one of my most traumatic experiences was drinking chocolate milk as a child and feeling something in my mouth in little containers. I was it was a spider.
Oh,
which
in the chocolate milk, or was it in the glass, or was it in the milk?
I went straight from the carton to the mouth. And
okay.
And so I think that has contributed to my disgust, dislike, distaste for spiders.
Was it dead?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it didn't survive the filling of.
It was at a restaurant too. Always always pour.
Well, that's not the restaurant's fault if it's in the container.
It's somebody's fault. Dang it! Come on, Jeffy.
Well, it's the manufacturer. Who's ever bottling or putting it in the containers. It's their fault.
Still working that out. Mentally.
But you didn't swallow it, right?
No. Well, no. Thank goodness. And then another time, I had a bowl of cereal. I think it might have been Basic 4 way back in the day. I'm talking college, man. Ancient history. And I'm eating. Now this, I had ingested multiple bites of cereal. And all of a sudden, the stuff in the bowl's moving.
Oh, wow.
It's moving.
Yeah.
I'm not on drugs at the moment. And I'm like, what is happening there? And it was just covered in like sugar ants or whatever that had gotten into the old apartment cabinets
That's awesome.
and stuff.
And you just filled up the bowl with milk.
And then you go back and you look at the cabinet, and they're everywhere.
They're everywhere, yeah.
And shout out to the apartment complex for reimbursing, several $100s worth of groceries that had just been purchased and ruined. And they got that check fast.
I mean, I remember the first house I moved into in Florida. 12345 was the address. Man, you open up just cockroaches and ants because in Florida you just keep them at bay, right? You're not killing them off. In fact, if you were to kill all the ants and roaches in Florida would probably sink because those animals are in the ground and that's what's keeping Florida upright. But I believe that. You just keep them at bay. But I mean,
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, it was close to burning the house down. I was close to torching it. Jeff, you just bought it. I don't care. We're torching it or get the bug guy in here now because they've got to go. And that's what
I had a roach crawl across my face in Charleston, South Carolina. Wake me up in the middle of the night.
In Columbia. I was in Columbia, South Carolina because I was there at the college thing in a hotel room in Columbia, South Carolina. I'm laying there and the roach.
Think of this. Think of the money we would save if we would just eat them.
You want to talk about wide awake? I am wide awake. And I mean, I moved the furniture in the hotel room to hunt this roach down, and I killed that bastard dead. I'm sorry, PETA.
We should eat
sorry.
them, though. Well, I think we're supposed to eat them for protein and stuff, right? That's the
maybe,
hotness.
but not then.
Oh,
at that point, I was fighting for a livelihood. I mean, you wake up fast when a roach crawls.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Quote me on that.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.